What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Driving with Randy. I am your host, Road Rage Randy. This is episode 35, and I know 100% this is 35 because I just looked. I know I'm pretty notorious for calling episodes the wrong number. This is 110% episode 35 because I just looked and I know I have 0 podcasts saved up. That is right. I'm running thin on podcasts. I was on vacation for 9 days. I was out of town. I didn't record. It's probably been 13 days since I've recorded a podcast. So everything you're about to hear in the next couple episodes is 100% fresh. We're going to pump these bad boys out. I got loads and loads of stories to tell you guys. It's just been so eventful in my life. I need to figure out some other things to discuss. Like I had people coming up to me left and right this weekend. I was out of town, got to meet up with a lot of friends. Coming left, what the heck did they do here? They switched up how the road works. Why did they get 2 lanes? So what the heck? So they get 2 lanes and they just have to end up merging. Oh, this makes 0 sense. This absolutely makes 0 sense. They got probably 20 yards. I'd say 20 yards to merge. After a stoplight, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me, but I guess the city will do what the city gonna do. Well, anyways, I was out of town. I had, it's a little warm in here. I was out of town, met up with a lot of friends, had a lot of people come up to me and just tell me they absolutely love the podcast, which is a great feeling, man. Like, I haven't checked my reviews in a while, but I'm pretty sure we got another review, so we're up to like 6 5-star ratings. That's incredible. What are you going to do, buddy? You think you're going to merge in here? Heck no. Wait in line. Get out of here. I have the right of way. Idiot. Jesus Christ. So, the frickin'... Man, we back in Minnesota. We were in North Carolina. The drivers still drive like idiots. I was out of town for 9 days. I was out of town for 5 days, but I was on vacation for 9 days, so I didn't have to drive. And just people didn't learn how to drive while I was gone. And this guy's going 35 in a 55, so I mean, we're gonna be passing him here real soon. Like I said, I'm pretty tired. I don't know if a lot of what I'm gonna say is gonna make sense. I have a whole load of stories from this weekend. I had to pretend to be a dad because one of the kids was getting kicked out of the pool area. What the man comes in, he's like, "Are you crazy? Why you swim without parents?" It's like I told the kid fake doing a backflip into the pool right as he was getting kicked out, and me being the bad influence I am, I'm like, "Do it!" So he did it. The guy turns around, points his finger at him. He got very angry. He's turning bright red. He's like, "Get out of my pool. You have no parent." And then we got a sign here. He's like, "Go hands-free now. It's the law starting tomorrow." I am hands-free. That's the beauty of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am hands-free, talking to myself, living the dream. Anyways. So he does a backflip. He's getting kicked out. I go up there and I'm just like, "Will, what's the problem?" He's like, "He won't let me swim because I don't have a parent." I'm just like, will your mom care?" I know she won't. I mean, she would have said something already, right? He's like, "No, just tell him I'm her dad." So then another mom comes up to me and he's like, "What's the problem?" I'm like, "He wants to kick Will out because he doesn't have a parent." And she's like, "He's his dad." I'm like, "Heck yeah, I'm his dad." So I got to take him into the pool. And I'm like, "Will, if you're drowning, I'm not saving you. Just say I'd probably save him. He's a cool kid." One of the other kids that was in there, probably not. He's not worth it. I mean, he's worth it. He's worth the saving. But yeah, that's the pool experience. As far as the hotel experience overall, I think it was a pretty good hotel. Besides the fact that the elevator wanted to open like midway, like we're on floor 2.5, right? It's not even a floor and the elevator's opening. The elevator closed on us. What else, man? That's just the elevator. They wouldn't let us have a cot in our room. They said it's a fire hazard, right? Well, you know, if it's a fire hazard, okay, reasonable excuse. But then I go over to the window, and I can open the window up and like jump out of it. What? That's a safety issue. I mean, that's just whatever. I mean, I slept on the floor for the entire length of my trip, and I loved it. I don't know, sleeping in other beds just doesn't work, but the floor is just, it's so comfortable. I don't know why. It's like, it's not soft, so it's not like you're sinking in trying to get your body used to it. It's just the ground. I'm so good at sleeping at the ground. My eyes are like shutting right now. Like, I am really tired. I was told one time that drowsy driving is worse than drunk driving, because drunk driving is a delayed reaction. Drowsy driving, there's no reaction. So we got to be careful. That's why we're talking to ourselves. We're not going to fall asleep on this podcast. No, sir. Well, I mean, I fell asleep this past weekend. I fell asleep with 12 people in our room. Like, just posted up against the window, passed out. Wouldn't put it past me if I fall asleep driving, because they were not quiet people. Actually, if you want to know the extent of our rowdiness, one of the kids that was in our room said in the morning, he was down in the lobby, and a woman was up at the front desk complaining about how she went to complain about her neighbors on the third floor partying, but there was no one here to complain to. He did say she mentioned room 320, and that was not us, so I think we're in the clear. Actually, to be honest, I don't even know where room 320 was. Like, it was nowhere near us. Well, I mean, we were 317, but, you know, it was no... I'm just going to be yawning on the podcast. Yawning with Randy. That's what we're going to call it. But no, I had a spectacular weekend. Loads of fun. It's always hard coming away from one of those weekends because, you know, seeing my friends that I never get to see. You know, we had some people from Switzerland come through. I went to one gas station 8 times. They had 2-for-1 ice cream sandwiches. Is that not the best deal you've ever heard? 2-for-1 ice cream sandwiches. That's 50 cents an ice cream sandwich. That's a dang good deal if you ask me. I hit that deal up a couple times. I had some of those Toll House ice cream sandwich cookie things, or the Nestle, I don't know what they are. It's like chocolate chip cookie, ice cream in the middle, chocolate chip cookie. Unreal. Those are like $3 though. I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. It's delicious though, I'll tell you that. And while I was chowing down on one of them, my retainer popped out, my permanent retainer, so I had to get that fixed today. Got that nice and fixed. The lady, while we were there, was like, can you hold your tongue back? I'm just like, I'm not good with my tongue, just ask my girlfriend. No, I didn't say that, but I was thinking about it, and I was giggling inside, because that's hilarious, but that lady don't get paid enough to deal with my stupid comments like that. And I don't even know what she'd say to something like that. So I just kept it in my head. Well, I didn't necessarily keep it in my head. I broadcasted it to you guys on the internet. So there's that. The podcast has been doing well. Like I said, just people telling me that they absolutely love my podcast warmed my heart very much. Because I want the podcast to do well. And it's awesome. It doesn't take much effort for me to make these. It just takes me speaking and trying to be entertaining. And it's absolutely great that people also enjoy it. I am kind of speeding right now, but at the same time, I'm genuinely trying to get home pretty quick because I'm not trying to pass out on the highway. I'm tired. I just need some sleep. Well, probably some popcorn first. We got popcorn, and that is what is on my mind. We got caramel popcorn, cheesy popcorn. It's on my mind right now. Let's see, what other fun stories do we got from this weekend? Well, it was jam-packed. I was telling people, here's a good one. So I told the lady the reason I was in town was for a ping pong tournament. 100% not correct, right? So I was telling her at the hotel that I was there for ping pong, and we just got to talking. And, I asked her questions about some liquor, and the lady mopping the floor comes over. She overheard, and she's like, "Hey, I'll pick you up in my car right now and take you to the liquor store." Southern accent because we're down in North Carolina. She wanted to go to the liquor store with me. Good times. But anyways, I told her I was there for a ping pong tournament, and I was telling this Uber driver that I was there for a Taekwondo tournament, and then I was telling the Uber driver about how I told the lady at the hotel I was there for a ping pong tournament, and this lady came up and said she'd drive me to get alcohol, and then I had to cover it up because I told him I was there for a Taekwondo tournament, but I just told him that I told the lady that I was there for a ping pong tournament. Just a mess. So I had to cover it up. So I'm like, I told the lady I was there for a ping pong, or the lady mentioned a ping pong tournament. I'm like, listen, lady, I am here for Taekwondo. I don't know why you think I'm here for ping pong. I don't know, maybe it was a had to be there moment, but I had to save myself by telling the driver I yelled at the lady for thinking I was there for ping pong when I was there for Taekwondo. It was a good save. My Uber driver, he drives Uber on the weekends and travels with a band on the weekdays. And what are you doing cutting me off like that? You're just a stupid cheesehead. That's what you are. Cutting me off. Go back to Wisconsin. He's on 94. He's probably going to Wisconsin right now. But you drive like a moron cutting me off, lady. Hey, it's just a lady. I mean, that's probably why. You think ladies know how to drive properly on the highway? No, they don't know. So let's continue. Anyways, that guy, he was driving Uber on weekends, and he played in a band, and he had some music on. I'm like, oh, is this your stuff? He's like, nah, man. But I got him to play some of his stuff. He's pretty good. I like their band a lot. Their band is called Black and Blue. So shout out to Black and Blue. I got no problem with their free advertisement. Good pulling the plug, you know what I mean? I have to look at my demographic when I get home, because at restaurants we were at, I was leaving receipts saying, check out my podcast, Driving with Randy, available on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. Something like that. That's usually the 3 that I advertise, because that's what most people have on their phone. I'm going to try and get Stitcher so that one of my buddies can join on in. I don't know how Stitcher works. We'll see if I can get on there, though. I've been living the dream. I'm tired. So the next episode, I'm going to be a little more lively, and it told me to stop. Oh, I totally could have gone. Come on. So the light, this light has those prepare to stop sign things, the lights flickering. And I gave it a try, or it started flickering. I should have pedaled to the metal and got there. Man, it's like a sauna up in here. Speaking of sauna, we had a conference room rented out for all of us, and it was a sauna in there. It was 75, but they didn't lock the thermostat, so we popped that bad boy open, set it to 50. It didn't help. It didn't help one bit. It was still steaming up like none other. I feel like I have so much to talk about. Yeah, I'm only 15 minutes in right now, which is about right. I'm so steaming right. We're at a light. Maybe we'll turn. It's 74. I don't know. I just the skates that I ordered a while ago. I suppose I could talk about them. Yeah, those skates. I need to turn the air on. The skates. I called the night because they're not coming through. I don't know what's up with that. They got a delay in their shipment, and I really need these. I really need my skates, man. I'm really looking forward to getting out and go skate. I'm just all over the place. I don't know. My mind just isn't there right now. I'm tired. I'm sure I'll discuss more about my trip down to North Carolina in the future. Well, I can talk about my plane delay. So the way my flight worked was, it was a disaster. Like, just to get to North Carolina, or to get to Greensboro where I was, it was a rough time. I had to, for my cheapest flight, I had to do a late flight, so I got out at like 12:30, which, I mean, I got in at 12:30 a.m. and I left on a Monday, so I got home on a Tuesday, which was, I mean, it's what it is. It saved me a ridiculous amount of money. Like, it was $100 to get in maybe a half hour earlier. It's just, it wasn't worth it. I don't know. Why are we hitting the brakes? It's a green light. It says resist hate bumper sticker. Well, I hate you, idiot. Drive a little quicker. The speed limit is 60 on 65. I think it's 65. No, it's 60. 100% 60, but anyway, so I had to get a ridiculous flight. I have no problem flying at 6 a.m. to get out to where I'm going, because I love just being there nice and early. But getting home, I'd prefer like a midday flight, but I couldn't get it. So that's pretty much where I was at. And then I had a connecting flight. So I flew into Charlotte, and then I had a connecting flight to Greensboro, which was an hour. It's an hour drive, 20-minute flight. It's such a waste. So I had to fly from Greensboro to Charlotte, right? And let me tell you, this kind of a disaster, right? So my connecting flight was like 2 hours out, which is, it worked in my favor, because I had like a 2-hour delay because the plane had to get reloaded. So it was a plane coming from Charlotte going to Greensboro, and then it was going to turn around, pick us up, and go right back to Charlotte. But they had to reload the plane, which took like 2 hours. So there was a major delay. The Greensboro airport had one restaurant, one store. You couldn't get to the other terminal. It wasn't even a terminal. Like, it's a one terminal thing, but you couldn't get to gates 1 through 30. It was not my thing. It was very stressful situation. I ended up making my flight, my connecting flight. My original plan was go from Greensboro to Charlotte, get food in Charlotte, and then wait for my flight. But what ended up happening was, it was just a disaster with the delay. I wouldn't have time to get food, and I was worried to death about food places closing. Ooh, we got some lights. Not some. We got a lot of lights. What's going on here? We got ambulance. Holy mother of God. I kind of want to turn around just to see that. There was like a good 12 cops and 2 ambulances. Like, some went down right there. I'm sure I'll see the remnants tomorrow. But yeah, where was I speaking? So I got off my plane. First time ever getting off a plane, and I got to walk downstairs. That was pretty neat. Normally you get right off on the gate. But I got off in the field on stairs. It was freaking cool. I loved that. It was that small of a plane. I loved it. Anyways, I had to run from gate E38 to B7, so the other side of the place. Every place in the airport was closed. I found a Burger King that closed at 10 o'clock, so I got 2 chicken fry and a fry. And I felt like a D-bag because I put it in my backpack and I ate it on the plane. The guy next to me had to smell chicken fries and fries. I felt bad. But at the same time, I felt so good because I deserved that. I did get some trail mix. So I originally got some gummies as a snack, which were $5. And then I wasn't going to spend any more money until I ate supper, right? I spent $200 on food on this trip. Yeah, I added that up at the airport during my delay. $200. Was it worth it? Heck yeah, it was worth it. Oh my goodness. Food is delicious, but $200's a lot of money. Anyways, so the gummies, and then when I was so angry. So I was actually very, very angry about this whole delay thing. Like, it was just stressing on me. And looking back at it, I kind of reflected. I'm like, it's out of my control. I shouldn't have been stressing. So I mean, I got my mindset right, but I was stressing at the airport, and one of the major things was just I didn't have I needed some comfort food. So I bought trail mix because trail mix is my favorite food in the whole world. Just something about trail mix, I got it, I ate it, I was smiling, it made me incredibly happy. Very happy. Anyways, I mean, I think we're going to go ahead and conclude the podcast. More stories are going to arise. I'm shot right now. I'm tired. I'm still on North Carolina time, so it's like 10:30 there, which, I mean, that's getting pretty dang close to my bedtime. Oh my God, another ambulance. Dude, somebody died. Where's the hearse? Somebody died. That's so crazy. There's like 4 ambulance. Like, that's scary. That's a scary thought. I hope everybody's all right, and I hope everyone gets to go home to their family. I'm sorry, my voice is probably a little raspy too. This is going to be a rough podcast, number 35. We'll try and have more energy tomorrow. Maybe I'll record it on the way to work instead of on the way home from work, and things will go a little better because I'm freaking tired. I'm going to go home and I am going to pass out. I want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in to the podcast. It's always a pleasure. I'm going to have some great stories, hopefully down the road. I can't think right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Episode 35. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at ThoughtsByRandy. Follow me on Reddit. We got a Reddit, r/drivingwithrandy. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Go ahead and give me a review on iTunes. I would love a text review. We're getting the 5-star reviews. I'd love a text review. So thank you guys very much, and I hope you guys have a great night. Peace.